After 3 days, the expiration of Adamu's tenure as Inspector General of Police, President Buhari extended by 3 months. And the leadership of the APC in Kwara State, loyal to the governor, Abdulrahman, has responded to yesterday's chair-throwing crisis at the stakeholders meeting, alleges that the Bolaniwo-led group orchestrated the violence. We understand now that some people are now behind bars over the matter. Hello everyone and welcome to the program. This is Politics Today live on Channels Television. I'm Sean Kimbalo in Lagos, and we shall tonight be focusing on the breaking news that we have for you about the Inspector General of Police, the decision of President Muhammadu Buhari to extend the tenure by 3 months. So stay with us, everyone. We give you the legal angle of what the president has done today. Is it constitutional? We give you perspectives into this matter, so stay with us. But before we go into that, let's go into the yesterday's ugly incident which occurred in Ilorin, the state capital of Kwara, where the stakeholders meeting of the party's leaders and members turned violent. Accusing fingers were pointed yesterday, especially from the forces on the opposite sides or the opposition to the governor in the party, that is the Bolaniwo group or the group loyal to the Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, who claimed yesterday that some officials loyal to the governor were responsible for the crisis. But today, the chairman of the Kwara APC Caretaker Committee, Mr. Abdullahi Samari, addressed a press conference saying the incident was occasioned by the forceful entrance of Mr. Bolaniwo and suspected thugs. Samari condemns the violent and needless break-in at the venue of the party stakeholders meeting by some loyalists of loyalists. They say is loyal to the Information Minister Lai Mohammed, led by former chairman Bashir Bolaniwo. Take a listen to Mr. Samari.
I'm happy to be in your midst. And our sole purpose here this afternoon is to let you know our own side of the story. We are reluctantly doing this because we do not want.
Well, now let's get to apologies for that soundbite. We'll give you the very correct one in the course of the program. And let's get to the breaking news of the evening and matter for our conversation tonight on the program. The president has extended the tenure of the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Muhammad Adamu, in office by 3 months. President Buhari's directive was announced by the Minister of Police Affairs, Megari Dingyadi, at a press conference in Abuja today. It says the extension will give government ample time to select a competent successor. The Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Adamu, completed his tenure in office on Monday, February the 1st, as a civil servant, while Nigerians have been anxiously waiting for the president to announce a new police chief. Tonight, we'll be looking at the legality of the president's action, considering that Mr. Adamu has reached the mandatory 35 years of service that he attained on the 1st of February 2021. Who is Mr. Adamu and what is being his profile as an Inspector General of Police? Is the 20th Inspector General of Police. Take a look at what is being the journey for Mr. Muhammad Adamu, who was born on the 17th of September 1961, making the fact that he's going to be clocking 60 years. He's from Nasarawa State, and he joined the police force on the 1st of February 1986. But let's also tell you that the presidency also made another critical decision today as they forwarded the names of the immediate past service chiefs to the Senate, nominating them as non-career ambassadors designate. The president said in a letter today to the Senate President Ahmed Lawan that his request is in line with Section 7 of the 1999 Constitution. The nominees are General Abayomi Olonishakin, Lieutenant General Tuko Buratai, Vice Admiral Ebok Ete Ibas, and Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar and Air Vice Marshal Muhammad Usman. The nomination is coming less than 1 week after they were relieved of their duties and new service chiefs appointed. A statement from the president's spokesperson said he has asked the Senate to give expeditious consideration to the nomination. So let's take you back to Kwara State for a moment, just for a minute, for you to listen to Mr. Abdullahi Samari, the chairman of the caretaker committee of the APC in Kwara State, reacting to what happened yesterday. Take a listen to him.
Men of the press, we condemn in the strongest terms possible the show of shame by ex-wife party chairman and my brother and my former boss, Honorable Bashir Omodaja Bolariwa, and a few others who are acting the instructions of the Honorable Minister of Information, Alhaji Lai Mohammed. BOB's decision to disrupt the meeting that he was invited to as a leader of the party was unfortunate, in bad faith, and definitely contrary to the spirit of the meeting. BOB was willingly invited like others. Forcing himself through the unauthorized door with the aid of some thugs is an affirmation of the threat by some youths who had threatened violence if they do not have their way.
That's all about the situation in Kwara State. Some reactions that we're getting, especially the internet crisis rocking the APC in Kwara State and the incident of yesterday. We understand that some people have been arrested. So let's focus on our conversation for tonight. And it's about the tenure of office of the Inspector General of Police. So the president had extended the tenure. There have been some sort of confusion, though. For about 3 days now since Mr. Adamu attained the 35 years of retirement, the Inspector General of Police has continued to report for duty despite attaining the statutory retirement age since Monday. In fact, on that day of the following day, he was seen welcoming the president from back into Abuja from his trip in Dora. Mr. Adamu joined the service, the police force, on February the 1st, 1986. But based on the recently signed Police Act of 2020, is the president's action constitutional? A legal practitioner, Maxwell Okpara, went to court praying that the Federal High Court in Abuja should stop Muhammad Adamu from parading himself as Inspector General of Police. He also asked the court to restrain Mr. Adamu from exercising any form of command over officers and men of the Nigerian police force. What does this all mean altogether in the eye of the law? So we wanted to give you some perspective to get a sense of what and make the right decision as a citizen. So let's speak with a senior lawyer, senior advocate of Nigeria, constitutional lawyer and human rights activist, Chief Mike Ozekhome. He joins us from our Abuja studio. It's a pleasure having you, and Happy New Year to you, Chief Ozekhome. First time that we're getting to talk this year. Let's get the conversation started. I know you're excited talking about the law and the implications. The president's decision today, does the president have the power under the law to extend the tenure of the IG of police, especially in this situation when he has attained the 35 years of service?
Yeah, I actually spoke to channels just about 3 days ago on some critical national issues. And I remember some of you contributed to drawing me out from my self-imposed cocoon, because I've spoken and spoken and spoken. I have dripped tons and oceans of ink writing. I started getting worried whether Nigeria was suffering from the fate of the Baba's chair of perpetual motion without progress. I started wondering whether Nigerians were suffering like the Bourbons of European history that lost, that learned nothing and forgot nothing, to the extent that even after the 1919 Treaty of Versailles, which led to the League of Nations, the Second World War still broke out between 1940 and 1945, leading to the detonation and destruction of the twin cities of Japan, Hiroshima, and Nagasaki. Coming to the question you have asked, the president was wrong. The president was wrong. And the president was wrong to have purportedly extended the tenure of office of Mr. Ibrahim. One, that he was going to retire on the 1st of February was not a surprise. Everybody knows that he was born in 1961. Everybody knows that he joined the Nigerian Police Force 35 years ago. Did you not see what just happened in America that we model after our democracy? Before Biden was sworn in on the 20th of January, he had already assembled his entire cabinet, a rainbow coalition, a Dolly Parton's coat of many colors. By their features, you will see them blacks, Hispanics, whites, you will see Chinese, you will see Jewish Americans, you will see Russians, you will see Arab Americans, African Americans. Why do we always wait till the last moment to begin to adopt a fire brigade approach and then do the things that are unconstitutional, illegal, unlawful, unconscionable, arbitrary, whimsical, capricious, as the present act of Mr. President has done? Don't Mr. President's handlers know that they are embarrassing Mr. President and Nigeria? It is very clear, Sheun Okimbaloye, that the Nigerian police force, you made a statement that they are governed by civil service rules. No. It is a class of its own that is sui generis. What do you mean by sui generis? It means that it is a class of its own that does not go according to other laws like the civil service rules. Just like election petitions are sui generis and governed by Electoral Act and electoral rules of procedure and not by the ordinary civil procedure rules that we know in our courts. Coming back to that police, therefore, we have to look at a behemoth, a very gargantuan, very elephantine, very unwieldy Nigeria police force created under sections 214, 215, and 216 of the Nigerian Constitution of 1999 as amended. Then we also have to look at section 7, subsection 6 of the Nigeria Police Act 2020. What does it say? In very, very emphatic, categorical words, it says that the Inspector General of Police shall serve for 4 years. 4 years. Has Adamu served for 4 years? No. Could he therefore continue in office? No. Question, why? You go to section 18, subsection 8 of the same Nigeria Police Act of 2020. It makes it clear, unambiguously, that the Inspector General of Police shall retire from office when he would have served for 35 years or he has attained the age of 65 years. So granted that Adamu, having been born in 1961, being the 20th Inspector General of Police, has not attained the age of 65. But he has served 35 years. And he ended that 35 years by a fluxion of service time on the 1st of February, 2021. So Adamu has served his nation to the best of his ability. A country of 208 million people by the United Nations projection in June 2020. He may not have been the best Inspector General of Police, but I can score him definitely above average because he was more non-partisan than his predecessor, Mr. Ibrahim Potun, who was not only political, he was actually politicized. So, Adamu has done his best for his country. Why don't you let this man retire quietly to his village in Lafayette and Nasarawa State and allowing him to enjoy his retirement.
Chief Ozekhome,
why are you drawing him out?
Yeah, Chief Ozekhome, let's take a breather. Yes. There are a lot of legal angles to it. Someone has gone to court. A lawyer went to court. We want to know the implications of that. So when some people are asking the question, whatever Mr. Adamu has done or is doing after 1st of February, is it null and void? We'll allow you to answer that question when we return from this break. Don't go anywhere, everyone. We just got started, and we'll hear more on this matter when we return from the break. Join us again. Thank you so much, everyone. And let's continue with our conversation with Senior Advocate of Nigeria, constitutional lawyer, and human rights activist, Chief Mike Ozekhome. He joins us from our Abuja studio. Thank you so much, Chief Ozekhome, for your time tonight on the program. Give us a sense of what this means. Can Mr. Adamu still be wearing the police uniform after what you have explained to us in the eye of the law?
Thank you very much. Always ready to serve Nigeria from a little window. In the eye of the law, Adamu is a retired police officer. He can no longer act. Any Nigerian has the local standard to challenge any action that he takes which may impact negatively on him. You said one lawyer, Mr. Opara, has gone to court. I will support such an action because we are a country of laws, not a country of men. We should build strong institutions, not strong men. I do not know the grounds on which he has gone to court, but let me arm him more. I had already cited Section 7, Subsection 6 of the Nigerian Police Act 2020. I've also cited Section 18, Subsection 8 of the Nigerian Police Act 2020. How many Nigerians know that under Sections 215, Subsection 1 of the 1999 Constitution, Section 216, Subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution, and Paragraph 27 to the 3rd Schedule of the 1999 Constitution, that Mr. President cannot even single-handedly appoint an Inspector General of Police, as we have been saying. He cannot. He must do so in full consultation and at a meeting with the Nigeria Police Council, which is established under Paragraph 27 of the 3rd Schedule to the 1999 Constitution. And the Nigerian Police Council is made up of the following: Mr. President as chairman, the 36 state governors of Nigeria as members, the chairman of the Nigeria Police Service Commission, which deals with appointment, promotion, posting of senior police officers as a member, and then the Inspector General of Police as a member. But what we have been seeing is actually a situation of arbitrariness, capriciousness, and whimsicality when Mr. President will usually single-handedly appoint an Inspector General of Police. In fact, Section 216, Subsection 2 says he can also not dismiss or remove an IGP without going through the Nigerian Police Council. So, that lawyer's action, when viewed calmly, argued very well, will succeed because Mr. President's action is patently, glaringly illegal, unconstitutional, even unconscionable, to me, immoral. The reason I use the word immoral is because you are denying other members of the Nigerian police force who are also aspiring to go up to become Inspector General. You are preventing them from moving up. Let me tell you, Sheun Okembaloye, another illegality they have been committing. Go and check Sections 215 and 216 of the Constitution. An Inspector General of Police can only be appointed from the cadre of the AIG, that's Assistant Inspector General of Police and above. So as to save the remaining one, haven't you seen our presidents appointing, going to one remote place to go and bring a commissioner of police who may have served them at a particular point in time to become the Inspector General of Police? And you know what it means? In the armed forces and police, in the spirit of esprit de corps, all other people, has happened when Ibrahim Potin was appointed, and has happened when the now retired Inspector General, Mr. Adamu, was also appointed. More than 15 DIGs and AIGs were forced to retire compulsorily, prematurely. These are people that the country has spent a lot of money.
Senior advocate, so let me
It is wrong.
You've emphasized, you've given us a sense of what the law means. For those of us who are not lawyers, we have an idea of what portion of the law has been contravened, according to what you have explained. You said this action is illegal. So in the eye of the law, where do we stand? Do we have an IG of police, or this is a constitutional crisis, and how do we get out of here?
Oh, simple. In the eye of the law, there's no Inspector General of Police. What we have there is somebody, a retired Inspector General of Police, illegally occupying the office. Just as Mr. Magu had illegally occupied his office as chairman, acting chairman of EFCC, even after he was rejected 2 times under Section 2, Subsection 3, of the EFCC Establishment Act of 2004, based on damning report by the Secret Service Police of the same government, the DSS, which said he failed the integrity test. I can imagine some hogs, some emergency constitutional lawyers and rights activists coming out very soon to say, oh, Mr. Adamu can act forever and forever, as they told Mr. Magu. So, they are wrong. In the eye of the law, we do not have an Inspector General of Police at all, because the last one has retired by a fraction of time, statutorily and constitutionally. So Mr. President cannot, by an administrative fiat, recreate the law or remake the law. The only organ that can make the law is the National Assembly under Section 15, Subsection 2 of the Constitution, dealing with its powers to make laws concerning the Nigerian police.
But Chief Ozekhome,
yes.
So Chief Ozekhome, we're out of time and we need to close now. But let's get your final thoughts in 30 seconds. If you are to advise the president right now, Chief Ozekhome, if you are to advise the president, it looks so much, you said it's an illegality. But what can the president do to redeem the situation of things? Just in 30 seconds.
Mr. President, sir, withdraw the appointment of Mr. IG retired Adamu. Call your police council, and then meet and appoint from one of the serving AIGs. And by the way, they should undergo an examination so that the best will come out. Then we should begin in our constitutional amendment to break down this elephantine Nigeria police force. We need state police force, local government police, community policing, as you have it in America. Look at Washington, D.C., the Metropolitan Police Force, New York Police Department, Los Angeles Police Department. We need to move with the world. We can't live in the Hobbesian state of nature where life was short, nasty, brutish. Thank you.
All right. Chief Mike Ozekhome, what more can we say? A PhD constitutional law is interesting that we have brought you to talk about the constitutional law tonight and put this into practice. Thank you so much, Chief Ozekhome, for coming tonight. Senior Advocate of Nigeria.
Always happy to serve Nigeria. Always happy to serve Nigeria. Thank you.
That's our show for tonight, everyone. Many thanks for watching. I'm Sean Wakimale. Bye-bye.